Nice to see you here today. Thank you for joining our forum quarterly meeting. I'm Sherry Schleitzel, the Director of Financial Services. Lindsay Weaver, our Executive Director, and Kyle Bolden, our Healthcare Administrator, are currently at a conference at LCS this week. So I'll be doing several of the presentations that they do. Okay? So I'm going to start with Lindsay, policy updates. We've completed the employee annual goals, evaluations, and wage increases. We've implemented new captain rounds for the community to identify areas in need of service. And what that is the directors do have a floor that they're assigned to that we walk every month and do kind of a punch list of things that we see that need to be done. And then we put the work orders in ourselves, and then Lindsay will meet with Darwin and his team every month to review and make sure that they're completed. So we always appreciate your eyes on the community and encourage you to put in a work order if you see something that needs to be done. We've completed the action plan for the year-end employee survey, and that just means that we took the survey results and met with each director to determine how we can improve employee retention and satisfaction. We continue to manage the post-restoration with Blue Team. We have executed and filed our year-end OIR filing. We do a bi-weekly new hire orientation with residents as well as staff. We've completed Q1 15 closings. We are continuing with the assisted living and the skilled nursing renovations. We have our strategic goals from PEAK for the year. We had several visits from PEAK, along with multiple Blue Team and other associates that toured here for the remediation project. Completed the LCS Risk Manager Assessment visit. Lindsay attended the sales conference in February. Completed the Mix Network Telephone Company visit. We are obtaining quotes for the new phone system. Also with the new elevator project. Apparently, this is great news. We won the Road to 95 awards for AL and SNF, and that relates to occupancy. We had a Health Peak clinical audit in skilled nursing, and as well as working with SmartRain, the vendor for ongoing irrigation issues. We've completed the Community Action Plan, post-safety and risk visit. We did host an LCS conference, and we did initiate a policy for late fees in regards to monthly service fees not paid timely, and attended the Chairman's Award, and the new COVID policy for employees was implemented for May of 2025. I'm sure some of our other directors here will be speaking to some of these highlighted bullet points. Programs, weekly meeting with the designated representative, our RORO president, Margaret Hendry. We have weekly meetings with the resident body. There is a monthly lunch meeting with the Regency Oaks board, and LCS received the 2025 Top Workplaces Award 5 years in a row.
Wow.
As far as additional services, painted the curbs and striping, had pub deep cleaned, had water fountains cleaned, replaced sprinkler heads in the pool area. We continue to replace the landscaping and the flowers, worked with food and beverage and the RORO board on a new healthy menu, worked with food and beverage to complete hall visits feedback. That was where we had the floor visits with the executive chef, and worked with food and beverage on my customer voice program and QR codes. And we installed a new shaded awning over the grill and outdoor kitchen area so that our chefs don't roast out there.
It does that.
Okay, so my report is on the financial status of Regency Oaks. I have our results as of April 30th, so that's our most current results year to date. So this is year-to-date as of April 30th. Our independent living occupancy is 90.3%, slightly under budget. Assisted living is ahead of budget at 99.4%, and skilled nursing is slightly below budget, and this is due to having some rooms offline due to routine remediation. As far as revenue, entrance fee sales, we've had 19 year-to-date on a budget of 18. Refunds, this relates to cash flow, we've had 22 refunds on a budget of 18. Net attrition means our cash flow as of April 30th is $3.48 million on a budget of 3.2. And when our sales are ahead of budget, that helps our cash flow. Revenue, year-to-date, we're only a small miss of $1,500. You can see all of our service lines there. IL's a little under budget because of occupancy and a few extra move-outs. The extra sales will help offset that. Assisted living's ahead of budget. Skilled nursing down because of the rooms offline. And IHS has an extra $75,000 year-to-date. So all those plus and minuses for the campus, we're right on target for our revenue. These are our controllable expenses outlined by department. Everyone is managing their expenses very well. We came in under budget, $21,000 year-to-date. Those small overages are items that were actually billed to residents. Personal resident expenses and resident services, assisted living, and some additional plant maintenance work that was offset by resident revenue. These are non-controllable expenses. You can see utilities, etc., all the way down to insurance and taxes. Year-to-date, we have a savings of $163,000. Usually by the end of the year, our insurance and taxes and utilities, they do fluctuate, but by the end of the year, we will probably spend that, but that's a good budget measure. It's not a budget miss. We just have some savings year to date. So total expenses again are under $184,000. Net operating income. So our net operating income as of April 30th was $2.33 million on a budget of $2.15. So we're exceeding budget by $182,700 or 1.7%. So all in all, we're financially very strong. Our department directors manage their labor and their expenses. We continue to focus on managing those expenses. Every week we meet to discuss the budget, labor management. We're focusing on improving retention and reduce turnover to fill our open positions and continue to grow our IHS services. And that's my report for finances. Moving on to Kyle's report at the health center. The assisted living remains fully occupied. We will begin some room renovations later this quarter. Skilled nursing was a census of 54, slightly under budget, as I mentioned, because we have the beds offline. They did have a physician-focused marketing event. Family night is scheduled for May 22nd. That has always been a great event that everyone enjoys, including your families. The community remains a 5-star rating in quality measures and staffing. A desk review was conducted in follow-up to our December survey, and all items concerned were successfully cleared. The Joint Commission, also known as JCO, survey took place earlier this month, and we've been granted that accreditation for the next 3 years. We already had that accreditation, and this is the renewal. The new call light and water guard system was finalized and approved by the Agency of Healthcare Administration on March 31st. We did install a new sprinkler system, and it was fully tested and completed on May 9th. No active flu or COVID currently, and we have a new health and wellness director of the assisted living who will be starting in May, end of the month, who is replacing our interim Belinda Addison, and we thank her for her assistance. I'm gonna hand it off to Betsy.
Hello, good morning. So I am Betsy, the Director of Administration. This is always difficult for me to recap exactly what I do. So I never know from day to day, but I wanted to highlight though that I did hire a few new part-time receptionists for the front desk. So these are to assist the current team members and make sure I'm able to request their time off. I've got some longevity with some of my ladies. They earn that paid time off. And I just want to make sure everybody's able to take it even on that 4 to midnight shift. So you can welcome the new team members to the community. I have been participating in the new employee red carpet orientation in all staff, and I present on HIPAA. I assist every Tuesday Talk and complete the recap for the Tuesday Talk newsletter. I met with several residents to complete their notary needs, some assignment of benefits, and update documents for advanced directives and planning. Completed the annual licensing renewal for the pool and the spa. Continued to work with senior safety on the pendant locating testing and started the rollout for the new pendants to the residents. Hallelujah. I'm communicating with the North Building residents about the flooring project, which I think we're pretty much wrapping that up now. I've coordinated the resident moves for the Blue Team Phase 2, and now Blue Team has shared that they will need to review the work completed in Phase 1, so introducing Phase 1.5. We're going to go back and revisit some of those apartments. Most of these residents will be able to stay in their apartment while the work is completed, with just a handful that will have to move out for, they're saying, about 5 days. So I will be reaching out to you. You guys can dodge my phone calls again. And then, of course, we just received the 2024 final report that was submitted to the OIR. So it will be posted in the in the libraries for resident review next week, once Lindsay's had a chance to review them with our row president or designated representative. And then again, of course, I think the joke is sometimes people will see me doing something like catching a bat or, hauling the shred bins through the breezeway, and they'll say, "Is that part of your job description?" And remember, the job descriptions do say other duties as assigned. So, and I'm going to pass it over to Erin Clem.
Thanks, Betsy. Can everybody hear me okay? Awesome. All right, I'm Erin Clem, as Betsy mentioned, and I'm the Sales and Marketing Director. And just a few of the achievements that we managed over the last quarter were achieving the Q1 budgeted closing of the 15 and currently at 9 deposits to a budget of 17 for Q2. It says 8 on here, but that's how fast things change in the sales office over there. We increased our reputation.com. That's an aggregate of reviews on all social media. So we actually increased that score to over 800, which is the highest tier of their scoring. So we're known as the 800 Club. We have increased our Google reviews and continue to grow them with your help. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. We repositioned our trial stay apartment. We moved it from R410 to R510 because we sold R410. We also created a moving mobile model, which is a sellable model. Some of our models are not for sale per se. We've sunk money into making an apartment into a deluxe, and we can't just keep running around doing that because that's expensive, so we need to keep those as models. But the other size apartments I am able to have professionally modeled, and we're seeing that our sale follows those models, so that's a good thing. That's another reason why we sold our 410 out from under ourselves. We hosted 15 events in Q1, 14 trial stays, 5 Oasis stays, 4 Brick and Vine events, I think that actually went up, and 1 model apartment event. The dining room and pub reservations with prospective residents was at 75. You can really start to see the link between sales and dining, so thank you dining because we're killing it as a team. That's a good thing. Let's see, we coordinated the moves of 12 new residents from their homes, which is a lot of work. You know what it was like to move, you all know firsthand. And so we've done 12 of those in the last quarter, and you can start to see where the play on new apartments and turnovers and how sales is really integrated along with this fellow here in his department and maintenance, There's just so much going on, a lot of moving parts, but everybody is firing on all cylinders, and we're doing great as a team. Let's see, we have added more Gulf, going into a little advertising information, added more Gulf and coastal areas to our target zip codes for our direct mailings, especially now coming into hurricane season, where every time we meet with people, we are having some type of a hurricane discussion. Just so you know, you'll hear a little bit more about that at the next forum when we talk about all that we did during this pre-hurricane season and the events that we've been having and hosting. But that's intentional and it's continuous, and it coincides with marketing to coastal areas. We have completed a competitive analysis with each team member visiting specific local competitors. We included external business development with every sales team member representing Regency Oaks at different events in the community at large, which is sort of a new angle. We do participate in as many things as we can do, but we've actually put it on the requirements list. So if you are a member of any association, any clubs, we would love to go out and speak. We would love to host them here. You just see anybody in the sales team and we will help you with that. But we definitely are looking for opportunities to go and professionally represent Regency Oaks at events. We have partnered with Resident Services to go to local EMS stations with big, beautiful cookie baskets to thank them for their continued speedy attention to our residents and to build rapport. We recognize Mac, who I know is not with us, but in the pub as the celebrity, meaning he did something special for sales, and that's why it's S-E-L-L, celebrity. He was acknowledged for his excellent customer service and going out of his way for new residents. While we miss him, we know he has a bright future in the EMS profession and wish him well. And let's see. We have changed our LCS and NDM. Now, LCS is the management company, you know, and NDM is the name of our advertising agency, and they handle all what we like to call them our corporate mailers. So those are ones that are going out from our very professionally done advertising agency. We do 2 events per mailing, so we're getting as much as we can out of each advertising dollar there. So we have 2 different events in 1 month on each mailing. And then we've offered a separate be-back. So now we're up to 4, right? So if we have 2 events that we're inviting people to, and then we have a be-back event. So when you're at the event, we're gonna pull out our clipboard and we're gonna say we're having a fantastic opportunity for you to come and see the village area and have lunch in the pub. And sort of it's what we call that in our industry is called lead advancement. So we are taking our prospects to the next step. When they come and see us in the Regency room and perhaps see a model apartment, or one of our residents kindly opens their apartments to us. I'm looking at you, thank you for that. You know, there is more opportunity that they can see. So we want to bring them back as quickly as can, because as soon as they see it, they thought, oh, this is pretty nice. So we want to strike while the iron's hot. So then we're having 2 professional events and 2 be-back events each month. So we are pretty much on a weekly cadence of events now. And Dining is loving us for that. Yeah, we're having a great time. Thank you all for your help. I think we're doing gangbusters and looking forward to more.
Good morning. My name is Dawn Evans. I'm the Director of Human Resources. We continue to focus on attracting, engaging, educating, and retaining staff through social media postings on LinkedIn, engagement posts on Indeed, and the RO Reps website, and that's for brand recognition. We want employees that are applying to us to understand who we are and what we stand for. So we're making some progress in that. We've had really great feedback from our new hires. We provide them with surveys after every orientation, which is held every other week. And they are really enjoying our red carpet experience, which includes our whole team. And to be honest, I know a couple of you have walked by, kind of poked your head in, and they've enjoyed that too. So thank you. We've conducted quarterly all-staff with a focus on workplace safety and the importance of reporting work-related injuries timely. We've participated in the Pinellas Technical College Clinical Advisory Meeting for community outreach and partnership for clinical rotations. So I've mentioned before that we have partnered with Palm Harbor University. We want to expand that, so we're reaching out to Pinellas Technical for our clinicals. And with Dustin's help, we will be doing a clinical outreach with Pinellas Technical, and so you'll hear more about that.
I don't know if it's clinical, but.
Clinical and culinary. Our job standardization project was completed in February. LCS conducted a comprehensive review of all the positions throughout all of the communities, and they've just done exactly that, standardized it. The goal of the initiative was to align positions with industry best practices and to foster consistency throughout the communities. The employee engagement action plans were developed and addressed employee responses to My Opinion Matters and workload distribution, and we're continuing to engage and follow up on that with our staff. The OSHA annual injury reporting was completed. Participation in new resident orientation, safety committee, and culture committee. We've participated in quality assurance and performance improvement meetings, and we've completed the corporate compliance reporting. The culture committee has been really busy. They've done an employee appreciation day picnic, monthly fun cards, and an employee carnival. These events are to build camaraderie, employee engagement, and retention. We partner with the scholarship committee to communicate information about the Generous program and collected 40 applications this year. That's up from 33 last year. I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you for having this opportunity for our employees. They do appreciate it. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Darwin Perez with Plan Operations. Here are some of the accomplishments that we did for our department. We completed the total for the quarter, 1,152 work orders. Completed the repairs and repiping on the south boiler. Replaced the battery backup on the south spender module. That's for the fire panel. We completed the tree trimming around the campus. Completed 2 UTOs on the AL. Completed the repiping of the health center sprinklers. Completed the install of the nurse call system. That's the same thing we're all working together with Betsy on the pendants, call systems. It's all one system. We haven't completed. We're almost there. Replace 10-ton unit. Replace a total of 10 units for the renovations for the new move-ins. Replace the control board on the S-Wing elevator. Install additional outlets for the nurse call system connected to the generator. Replace the bell for the south towers. Replace the 22 heads on the pool area. Repair main irrigation pipes by the garden and by the health center. Install 2 new operators for the AL. Install condensation pumps on the air conditioners for the activities room north. Replace electrical disconnect for boiler number 5. Replace main breaker on the pool heater. Replace our automatic relay for the north and south servitors. Replace board for the glass roof air conditioner. Install additional lighting protectors on the garden panel. Replace relay for the walk-in cooler on the south building. Continue working with Blue Team and overseeing all the performance in corridors, renovation, health center. Another thing, we're looking to get started on the roof, and that's going to be on the week of the 27th, and that's going to be on the health center. We're going to start first. So as soon as we get in close to the building, we notify everyone in case we need any cars moved and all that. But for right now, it's going to be started on the health center, and it's going to be the week after, the day after Memorial Day. And also working on the tarmac phase 3. We were supposed to start on the 19th due to weather condition. It got pushed 2 days, so it's going to begin on the 21st. So we're still planning to get it complete by the end of that week hopefully it works out. Thank you.
Good morning. My name's Evan. I'm with the Environmental Services Department, and I'll be reviewing a couple accomplishments we've had throughout the quarter. So we've collaborated with Jed Trumpet, which is hired by Life Care Services, our management company, and we conducted a safety site visit walkthrough, Darwin and I. Along with that safety, I'm the safety chair, so that walkthrough, we have to do a plan of correction regarding the safety walkthrough. So any identified concerns, we had a time frame to complete those and rectify them, and they have been rectified. We have replaced eye wash stations in the north kitchen and the third floor service area in the north building. We have power washed the breezeway in February. We've helped support the temporary units while you stay in another unit while Blue Team completes your unit, so thank you for that. Detailed the north and south first floor furniture in the third week of February. We polished the south hardwood floors on the third Saturday of February. The second floor corridors have been steam cleaned this quarter. The health center carpets have also been steam cleaned. The north dining room chairs have been upholstery cleaned. The south hospitality suites have received new microwaves and refrigerators. Those are called micro fridges. So north suites will get those this month, and hopefully we'll be able to get those installed as well. Okay. The south first floor and second floor restrooms have received thorough cleaning by scrubbing the floors and removing any buildup that has occurred. We've worked with SoftBakes to swap a malfunctioning robot on 2 occasions, so we had 2 robots that were malfunctioning.
Yes.
If you see that, please let me know. The town hall carpets received a carpet cleaning service by Asaro, our floor tech. Throughout the community, we have placed an exterior floor matting to help reduce the amount of dirt tracking in through the building. We've deep cleaned the pub with the collaboration of the dining team. Throughout the quarter, we have held employee appreciation events ranging from breakfast or lunch for the team celebrating their birthdays. Retention is a huge focus, right, Don? We've also completed the annual evaluations for the team members. For quarter 2, we are committed to elevating your dining experience by partnering with the dining team to help clean the carpets, the window ledges, the tray stations, and the baseboards. We will be working towards cleaning the tile around the salad bar and work on getting the furniture upholstery cleaned in the waiting area once we're waiting to be seated. So throughout the day or throughout the week, if you guys have any concerns, please submit a work order request and we're happy to help. Thank you.
I'm Maddie, I'm the IHS manager. Christine's not here right now, but I just wanted to go over some of her report. That for quarter 1, we exceeded our revenue and NOI, which Sherry mentioned earlier, and we hired 3 new home health aides. I did some treat tables in the north and south dining room, so I hope I saw you there. And then we partnered with Grace Family Home Care for a Valentine's Day bingo event. And then we partnered with Sam for a Mother's Day event last week. It was really fun. We have an upcoming flower craft that we're going to be doing for June, and we are always continuing to distribute raffle puzzles for 1 free hour of service every month. So I hope you enjoy that. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Samantha, and I will be speaking on behalf of the Programs and Activities Department. So for the month of February, we started with an hour with Mr. Frank, which was nothing short of historical, so thank you to Mr. Frank. We continue to have the East Lake High School students helping navigate the personal devices. Nothing But Bun Cakes fundraiser for the scholarship fund was a success and it was delicious. We had the floating meditation, which we tried, but we didn't get the response, but it's okay. So All About Us is a new women chat started, and that was run by Miss Elaine Markowitz. We love bingo, Valentine's musical bingo with Grace Home Health. And as entertainers, we had Mr. Louis Fortunato, John Timpanelli, etc. In March, we had the Gulf Coast Dance Theater, Highland Lake Chorus, Silent Disco, which was very fun, and we would love to try it again. We had the St. Patrick's Day Happy Hour, Palm Harbor Historical Society, and Indian Rocks Historical Museum both were here, bringing a wealth of knowledge and interest in local facts. Tech team made another visit to help our residents, and we had our a cappella group Sweet Company and Jazz Schools as entertaining. For April, we had the new All About History group started, and that's run by Mr. Barry and Mr. David Mulholland. We had the Pump It Up for Parkinson's, which was a great success. We reached 164,000 steps with a goal of 50,000. So thank you everybody for participating. We had our petting zoo in the community, which was very fun. We have the trips consistent of Dunedin Community Chorus, St. Pete Play, directed by Mr. Jack Holloway, our theater director, Tampa Bay Downs, and Casino. And the Soloniers put up a great show for the month of April. We're also very excited to the new and upcoming programs for the remaining of the year, so stay tuned for that. Thank you, and I will now be passing it to dining.
Are we skipping resident services?
Okay.
Resident services. Community wellness. I'm giving Ricky some time to come down. He was helping them cook up there, and he said, "Hey, text me when there's 2 people left." And of course, we skipped it. So, resident services. We completed wellness journey mapping, revamping for new and greater experience in the fall. Held 6 months recommendation for COVID booster clinic. Visited EMS around the community, provided cookies and swag. Additional nurse talk hours added to the calendar on Mondays and Fridays after BP clinic. Set up a brief library of resources and daily comfort readings in the clinic for residents to utilize when in need. We ask that you please read books on your own as needed inside the clinic if unoccupied or the lobby area. If you wish to check out, please see, not myself, or Carol. Implementation of COVID testing, how to request or receive, preparing for. The pharmacist will discuss proper disposal of medications on 5/14. We're not doing dining right now. Scott Rossett will be speaking on Alzheimer's and dementia in June. And planning for health and wellness fair in the fall. Have new providers in the works, details to come. Now for dining.
Keep going, Dustin. Look at same food and beverage. Good morning, everybody. Ricky and Dustin from Dining Services. A couple updates here. We added our fresh and fitness section to the always available menu. Started offering filet steaks on Saturday in North and South dining rooms. We're going to be switching those up. We just changed it up to the bistro steak. We'll be doing different cuts of meats every month or every month and a half. New pasta night, dinner started. Lowering the price of the wine pairing dinner. Had monthly themed dinners with fun after parties. Created our Sunset Bella Road dinner and served tomahawk steaks. Upcoming plans continue with our clubs, wine, bourbon, barbecue, and tequila and tacos. Breezeway options while the weather is still acceptable. Looking forward to starting a new gourmet cycle dinner, and more importantly, hopefully win a softball game.
We're going to go ahead and open it up for questions. If anybody has any questions, please raise your hand.
This is not a question, this is a thank you to the dining team who have really stepped up because they're lacking 2 on their staff and they've done a really good job. Many thanks. Yeah. And the soup is really good.
Yeah. I just have a question about the water system. It takes so long for a lot of us to get water, and has it ever been reviewed to see if we can cut that time down, maybe save water and save money?
Are we talking about the South Building?
I-
It was like
Any
a couple of weeks ago, I think it was last Saturday, we had a problem with the electrical, but we already got that.
No, I wasn't concerned about that, because we at least had warm water, so that was no problem,
Okay.
I knew it would be fixed. But I'm thinking about, can we get some online recirculating type pumps? I don't know what the system looks like.
Yeah, no, we do have circulating pumps, they're on the first floor, that's how the water gets all the way to the 5th floor. But we can look into it, usually it takes a little bit to come out, but it usually comes out. It's taking a long time?
It takes 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay, yeah,
That's a lot of gallons of water going down the
All right,
stairs.
I'll look into it.
And money out of our pockets.
I understand.
So I was just wondering if there's any other type of thing. I know you may have an initial output, but that will pay for it. Somebody that does the research will figure out when the system will start paying for us.
We can look into that.
And that'd be wonderful, thank you.
Is there a date yet for when the tech people will be back, the high school tech people? Is there a date yet?
Not just yet, they just went on summer break, so we're expecting them back around the fall. Yes.
You have captains for the wings. Do we know who the S-wing captain is?
What floor?
5th floor.
That's me.
Oh, thank you.
4th floor?
Is it possible to send out a list for who has what floor? So that we can also give them.
A slide in the next Tuesday talk, and that way you guys can have it in writing as well.
Okay, I had found one other question, and that has to do with workers' compensation. I'm just curious, what types of injuries do we see most here?
I would say, oh, thanks. I would say, the most injuries that we have here are lifting, back related. So we do have periodic physical therapy sessions in our all staff and education to our team about lifting. And the second would be slip and falls.
Would be what?
Slip and falls.
For your staff, or our staff?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Have we had anybody look at those to see if we have a problem or they have a problem?
So we do continual in-services. That's when we have our physical therapy team come out to teach people how to lift properly. We also investigate every workers' comp injury to find out what happened, what we can do to prevent it, and then we in-service teams on that as well.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? This is a quiet group, going once, twice. All right, then we will wrap up forum. Thank you guys for attending.
Thank you.
Thank you.